Okay, so this is ours. After his remarks, I think you have to say some other things again. Yeah, you do, because we'll do the change of command then.
Yep.
And then, so I just didn't want to come up here and have to like flip through.
No, I'll get it set up for you.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, because that was my part. Okay, cool. He said he put a pin in it, so that's, okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty straightforward. These are always, the only thing that makes me nervous, like, those X's are so close to the front of the stage. So it's like, I told him, like, don't forget, because you're supposed to, like, step back into the left as the outgoing, but you'd be, like, stepping off the stage. So you're like, don't do that. That wouldn't be good. I mean, it would make for a interesting change of command for sure.
Please begin moving toward your seats. The ceremony will begin shortly. As a reminder, today's ceremony is considered an outdoor event. Military members will wear their cover and render a salute during both national anthems, and our civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart. At this time, we ask that you please turn off or silence all electronic devices for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the playing of the Korean and American national anthems, followed by the invocation.
Colors. Halt. Present. Halt. Sit. Ha.
Good morning. I invite you to please pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to gather to celebrate Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Kiggins on a job well done and to joyfully welcome our incoming commander, Lieutenant Colonel Adam Palmer, to the 8th Security Forces Squadron and to Kunsan Air Base. This time-honored tradition serves as a reminder of temporary responsibility that has lasting impact, and so I pray, Father, that you will be glorified as Lieutenant Colonel Kiggins relinquishes command and as Lieutenant Colonel Palmer assumes it. Though many of our commanders have similar characteristics, the confidence of Lieutenant Colonel Kiggins is only outshined by the underlying care that he displays for his troops. And so I pray that you will watch over him and guide him as he leads at the Pentagon. Help him to seek you and to trust in you everywhere his steps take him. As he lays down the mantle of sheriff, may your peace be upon him and with his family. May you bless his wife Sarah and their children Addison, Nora, and Ryder. May you make their reunion sweet and protect their time together. We ask, Lord, that you would also bless the hands of our incoming commander, Lieutenant Colonel Palmer, and that you would help him transition into this unit. We are all familiar with the uncertainties that change brings, and so I pray for your wisdom and your discernment for our new commander. Assist him as he leads and advocates for those in his care. May he seek justice, love mercy, and walk humbly before you, and help us all to welcome him into our community. May you bless his wife, Sharon, protect her, and help them to stay connected while they are apart. And finally, I pray for the men and women of the 8th Security Forces Squadron. May you help them adjust to a new leadership style and expectations. As they shoulder the burden of our protection here, may you grant them another safe year, and may your presence go before them, behind them, and beside them. It is in Jesus' name that I choose to pray. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Honor Guard, Senior Airman Asierto and Ty Hilt, and Captain Santillan. Good morning. I am Senior Master Sergeant Sam Tuggle, and I will be your narrator for today's event. On behalf of the Commander, 8th Mission Support Group, Falcon, Colonel Timothy Frank, welcome to today's ceremony. At this time, we would like to recognize and welcome all of our distinguished visitors and honored guests joining us today. Please hold applause until all are recognized. Starting with the official party, the presiding officer, the commander, 8th Mission Support Group, Falcon, Colonel Timothy Frank. The outgoing commander, 8th Security Forces Squadron, Sheriff 97, Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Kiggins. The incoming commander, 8th Security Forces Squadron, Sheriff 98, Major Adam Palmer. The guidon bearer, the senior enlisted leader, 8th Security Forces Squadron, Defender Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Kevin Green. The commander of troops, the director of operations, 8th Security Forces Squadron, Sheriff 2, Captain Matthew Warren. Today's formation is comprised of 25 defenders, officers, and enlisted from across the 8th Security Forces Squadron. These individuals characterize the elite lineage of defenders who have stood the watch, held the line, and protected the Wolfpack for generations. We are also honored to have here today with us the commander, 8th Fighter Wing, Wolf, Colonel John DeLion. The Deputy Commander, 8th Fighter Wing, Wolf 2, Colonel Fritz Loyak. The Command Chief, 8th Fighter Wing, Wolf Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Adegboyega Adiyamo. Representing the Republic of Korea Air Force, the Commander, 38th Fighter Group, 38th Operations Support Squadron, Rhino, Lieutenant Colonel Cho. The Commander, 38th Military Police Unit, Titan, Major Chang. Representing the Republic of Korea Army, the Commander, 1st Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Ha. Representing the Republic of Korea Special Forces, the Chief of Operations, 35th Battalion, Major Chun. Representing the Korean National Police, the Intelligence Section Chief, Kunsan Police Station, Detective Kim. The Intelligence Officer, Kunsan Police Station, Detective Kim. And finally, we welcome all group commanders, the Mafia, chiefs, first sergeants, and members of the Wolfpack. Dating back to the time of the Roman legions, the passing of the commander's baton was conducted in full view of the troops. It was a visible signal to every warrior, leaving no doubt as to who would lead them into battle. Centuries later, the United States adopted this practice out of necessity. On the chaotic battlefields of the American Revolution, soldiers often did not recognize their own leaders. Therefore, to forge a united fighting force, the Continental Army instituted the first official U.S. change of command, ensuring every troop knew who held authority. Today, the formal passing of the guidon is not merely a symbolic gesture, but the explicit transfer of leadership, authority, and responsibility between two officers. Please join me in welcoming today's presiding officer, Commander, 8th Mission Support Group, Falcon, Colonel Timothy Frank.
Good morning, Wolf, Wolf Chief, Wolf 2, horsemen, family members and friends present and online, including Ryan's family, Sarah, Addison, Nora, and Ryder. Parents, retired Navy Captain Anthony and Susan Kiggins, sister Erin and spouse Luke, and brother Lieutenant Colonel Jason Kiggins and fiancée Jessica, and Adam's wife, Sharon. I'm happy that you're able to tune in to this momentous ceremony. And welcome to our distinguished guests, to ROC partners, commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, and all those defenders who are present today, plus all those who had a hand in planning or executing this ceremony. Thanks for making it such a special occasion. To Lieutenant Colonel Kiggins, you've done a tremendous job as sheriff over the last year. You've led your team to do things that will shape the Kunsan culture for decades to come. I'm confident of that. From eliminating bureaucracy and instituting mission-type orders for base defense, to initiating the Ready Reserve Force, to advancing our Agile Combat Employment concept of operation, to standing up an air defense flight, to bringing about upgrades to our intrusion detection system, and solidifying partnerships with our ROC allies off base. You've done everything that I've asked. You've beat me in doing things that I hadn't yet asked, and your forward thinking led you to do things that I couldn't have even imagined. Thank you for sprinting over this last year, for the way you led your airmen, the way you led your peers, and the way you led up the chain of command. We're going to miss your mustache and cowboy hat, as well as your perfect blend of wit and wisdom. You're going to do amazing things advancing counter-drone systems for the Joint Force. And I know you didn't do it alone. You had a great leadership team around you, highly skilled airmen that carried out your vision. You also had a support system at home. So to Sarah, thank you for taking care of the family and for loaning Ryan to the flock and to the wolf pack. You supported him yet again following previous command assignments, staff tours, where he was TDY about half the time, plus other past deployments. Ryan worked really hard here, but I know you worked even harder at home. And to the children, Addison, Nora, and Ryder, Dad has been gone for a long time, but he's been doing very important work keeping us all safe. He's all finished, and he'll be headed home to see you very soon. Thank you for your understanding and patience. And to Major Palmer, you're about to take the reins of the 8th Security Forces Squadron, an organization you're familiar with from being previously assigned here. Your background and proven abilities make me confident you're the perfect person to carry on the proud tradition of sheriff. To your wife, Sharon, I recognize the sacrifices you're making to allow Adam to serve in Korea yet again. And to the defenders in the audience, you're getting another solid leader in Major Palmer, someone who will set the conditions to allow you to execute, grow, and thrive. I look forward to seeing the new heights this team can climb to. Defend the base. Thank you.
Thank you, Falcon. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the Meritorious Service Medal. Presented to the Commander, 8th Security Forces Squadron, Sheriff Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Kiggins, for his tenacity, grit, and selfless determination to defend the base, accept follow-on forces, and take the fight north. For strengthening the ROC partnership, Lieutenant Colonel Kiggins will now receive a certificate of appreciation from the Commander, 38th Military Police Unit, Titan, Major Chang. Thank you, Titan. Please be seated. The Sheriff will now provide his final remarks.
First, I want to say thank you. Thanks for coming out this morning. I couldn't ask for more beautiful weather. For the entire team that put it on, from Lieutenant Donahue, Master Sergeant Boyd, to the absolute amazing rendition of both national anthems, to the entire team that helped put this together, thank you so much. Wolf 2, Wolf Chief, thanks for having confidence over the last 15 hours to keep me in command and not fire me. I very much appreciate it. Falcon, rest of the group commanders, thanks for having the confidence over this last year, putting up with what I appreciate as wit, but really at times banter as much as possible. But thank you so much for having the confidence to keep me here. Group chiefs, the squadron commanders, the mafia, never gets old. Thanks so much. The squadron SELs couldn't have done it without you. The first sergeants across this entire base, thanks for taking care of the airmen and also taking care of the commanders. To the ROC counterparts, both the Air Force, Army, and SOF, as well as KMP, thank you so much. Could never have done it without you. All I want to do is continue to strengthen that bond, and you never came up short. Thank you so much. To Major Palmer and wife Sharon, thanks for being out here. Thanks for coming, making the trip. Thanks for taking command of the best damn security forces squadron in this Air Force and carrying this legacy on. To the Wolf Pack, it is one like no other. Never being here before, it did not disappoint. It was amazing. To the 8th Security Forces Squadron leadership team, Chief, Senior, Captain Warren, and the entire team, I appreciate you taking care of me and let me lead, not as an individual, but as a peer team. Captain Warren, thanks for doing all the things I never wanted to do and picking up the slack every single day. I'll enjoy seeing you in Quantico real soon. And to the members of the 8th Security Forces Squadron, I say member, but really absolute warriors. I asked a lot of you. Thank you so much. And most importantly, to my family back home, second short tour, it never gets easier. Being a year away is a little bit better now with FaceTime and with a little bit of leave, but it is always difficult. Sarah, thank you for picking up the slack. I jokingly said I need to take, some R&R when I get home because I've been so stressed out here. All joking aside, you've earned it, you deserved it. Run away to the beach, whatever you got to do to get a little sanity back. I'll watch the kids and take care of the house. Thank you for carrying the weight. It couldn't have been done without you. And to the rest of my family, thank you for dialing in and always supporting and guiding me in the right way. A few things that I learned over this year and that I hope stuck, because I know it stuck with me, is I stepped in and I inherited an absolute amazing squadron from Lieutenant Colonel Robinson when he departed. I asked for warriors and the team delivered. I asked for maneuver capability and machine gunners and to take the fight to any enemy that shows up at our fence line, and you absolutely delivered, time and time again. Through that, we talked about progression. It's never about perfection. Practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes better, and all we can do is ask for that every single day, and you continuously progressed through demanding times, through trying times, and through good times. You always delivered. We also came in with a bit of a different mentality. We didn't want to follow in the ghost footsteps left behind of things that maybe need to be improved. I asked you to find new, better, more innovative ways, not because it was wrong, but because we always want to drive forward and better our fighting position, and you did it. You accepted the challenge, and you moved forward at an incredible pace. You delivered amazing products, not because you were ordered to, but because you found purpose, because you were part of the team, because you did it to the people to the left and right of you, and you allowed me to at least be there to see you through, to take care of you, to set you on a path that you set yourself at times. Thank you so much. In the unit, I believe that leadership builds culture, the culture drives behavior, and the behavior produces the results that this wing, this NAF, and this MAGCOM saw every single day. And it wasn't just within the squadron, it wasn't just within the wing, it was across the entire peninsula of our amazing counterparts within the ROC, because we are here to defend shoulder to shoulder, side by side, with you, and thank you for letting us do that. I jokingly made pushes that grit was the #1 contributor to a successful people, a successful life, and a successful defender. It got thrown back at me at times because time and time again I'd say it that grit is never given, it is only earned. And you earned it every single day. You push yourselves into difficult situations, you were uncomfortable, you got bloodied up at times, definitely dumped a lot of sweat while wearing mop gear, but you earned that grit because every day you were resilient and you came back asking for more. Because this life will beat you down if you let it. It is never easy, and it's not meant to be. Your body heals because it's meant to be broken along the way, and scar tissue reminds you of the times that you learned, that we made mistakes, that it was all right, and then we moved forward. Thank you so much for that. I also asked our leaders of this unit and myself to never judge people by the actions of their weakest moments, but rather if and when they're given a second chance to succeed. And every single time, you stepped back forward, came back into the fight, and got back at it. So thank you. With that, the men and women of the famous Wolf Pack, I am humbled to be allowed to be here for the last year. To the brothers and sisters of the Mafia, it is a bond like no other. I will never forget it. I will never let it go. You were there during the hard times, during the great times, during the chaos of possible Friday nights or trips out into Busan or into Seoul. You were there. Thanks for not taking videos of everything. I appreciate it. But it will never be forgot. So thank you so much, and I'm excited to see where everybody goes next. And back to the warriors of the 8th SFS. Carry it forward. Major Palmer has stepped in here as an amazing leader. He's been here before. He knows the battleground. He's ready to take you to even better places. I could not have asked for a better person to take command, to be Sheriff 98 and carry this legacy on. So again, thank you to my family. Thank you to the leadership of this wing. Thank you for the entire time here. I could not have asked for a better year. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. The men and women of the 8th Security Forces Squadron would like to honor you with a final salute.
Open fire!
Thank you, Sheriff. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the 8th Security Forces Squadron change of command. The Senior Enlisted Leader, 8th Security Forces Squadron Defender Chief Master Sergeant Kevin Green will come forward carrying the squadron's guidon. Transferring the guidon symbolizes passing responsibility for executing the mission and upholding the welfare of the organization. After the orders are published, Colonel Frank will transfer the squadron guidon and with it, command from Lieutenant Colonel Kiggins to Major Palmer. Under the provisions of the Department of the Air Force Instructions 51 TAC 509 and Special Order Number Gulf TAC 2609, effective 12 June 2026, Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Kiggins relinquishes command of the 8th Security Forces Squadron, Kunsan Air Base, Republic of Korea. Effective 12 June 2026, Major Adam Palmer assumes command of the 8th Security Forces Squadron, Kunsan Air Base, Republic of Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the Commander, 8th Security Forces Squadron, Sheriff Major Adam Palmer.
Well, good morning, Wolfpack. Wow, what an honor it is to be here today. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. It's an absolute honor to share this special day with you. Wolf, Falcon, thank you so much for the opportunity and privilege to lead your defenders. Wolf 2, Wolf Chief, Falcon 2, Falcon Chief, all of our ROC partners, Group commanders, group chiefs, and all other distinguished visitors, thank you for being here today. I'm thrilled to be back at the Wolfpack for the second time, and I really look forward to working with each of you. To my fellow commanders in the Mafia, chiefs, first sergeants, family and friends, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here today. To Lieutenant Donahue and the rest of the project officers for this ceremony, well done. This is amazing, and this hard work does not go unnoticed, that's for sure. So thank you for that. To Sheriff, too, thank you for leading the formation. Defender Chief, Defender Shirt, I look forward to working with both of you regardless of the amount of time that we have together. To my amazing wife of 19 years, Sharon, who is currently watching on the live stream, I really wish you could be here to love and care for these defenders as you have all previous squadrons. I love you and appreciate you and your continued support since day one. To Lieutenant Colonel Kiggins, tough act to follow. I really mean that. The team that you've built here and the successes you've achieved have had an incredible impact on the mission here at the Wolfpack. I'm honored to accept the guidon and to continue the path that you've charted for this organization. Well done, and thank you for the warm welcome. Finally, to the men and women of the 8th Security Forces Squadron, the professionalism, dedication, and excellence that I've already witnessed from you is unmatched. It is an absolute honor to be part of this organization again, and I look forward to everything that we will accomplish together. Thank you for welcoming me to your family. I am well aware that command is a sacred privilege that demands great commitment. I gratefully accept that challenge, and I intend to cherish every moment of it with you. Thank you for the warm welcome, and I will see you on post.
Thank you, Sheriff. The men and women of the 8th Security Forces Squadron would like to honor you with a first salute. Thank you, Sheriff. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the official party. This concludes today's ceremony. Thank you.